Hello beautiful people, you are welcome back. So in this video we'll learn how to make this built up collar. So this is the tutorial for today guys. If this video is what you're interested in, kindly watch the video to the end. So you can see here on my pattern paper I've already drafted out my basic pattern. So you can see I have my shoulder, my armhole, then this is my chest. So for me to get my armhole, I'm trying to mark the 3/4 of my chest measurement. So you can see then this is just a um basic bodice. So just go ahead and draft your basic bodice or your basic blouse length. So make sure you leave extra 4 inches above. So here I've extended it by 3.5. So but I will advise you to also add your allowance if you are using zip. If you are going to be using zip allowance, so this is for the front actually. So they extended 3.5, make sure you add another 1 inch depending on your zipper allowance, okay, or 1.5. So here I'm go ahead and mark out this is my dart. So I've already marked out all the basic. So we are concentrating on the built up collar, so that is why I'm emphasizing more on it. So you can see here, I think already we all know how to cut out or how to draft a basic body. So here I'll be using a presence dart. So that is what you see me doing. So this is my underbust. I came in by 1 inch, then I went out by 2 inches, okay, then I came in by 1 inch. So I'm going to connect the line all the way down to the blouse length or your hip line. So after that, you can see I'll go ahead and connect with a straight line to my bust point like so. Then I'll use the curve side to curve it to my underbust. So we are forming our bustier. This is a presence dart bustier I'm using for the built up collar. You can use any dart of your choice. You can use a shoulder dart if that's what you want. So you can see here I'm connecting it into the armhole. So this is into the 1/2 inch I came in for my armhole. Then I'll go ahead and mark 1.5. You can see extension. So just extend your armhole, then you are going to use a slightly curved rule to connect it into the bust point. You can see the way I'm doing it. So this is a basic, then this is your new armhole. Reconnect your new armhole, okay. So after that, the next thing we're going to do is to input our basic body circumference, our basic bodies. So that's what you are doing. So mark your basic bodies, mark your basic body measurements. So you can see, so this is, I'm trying to mark. Remember to add your dart intake before adding your allowance. So here I added everything. You can add your allowance on your main fabric. You can go ahead and add it on your pattern paper, okay. So it depends on what you want. So I added everything here at once. So after that, just go ahead and connect all the lines like so. Then from the down part, you're going to come up by 2 inches or 1.5, so that will eliminate that sharp edge. Remember, this is a top, this is a blouse, is a normal straight blouse. So that is it. So after that, the next thing now is to go ahead and cut it out. But before we cut out here, I want to show you something. So you can go ahead and mark this same thing on your main fabric or your pattern, but I want to use this stiff. So this is how I want to do mine. I want to show you. So I'm going to use a paper stay. This is a medium paper stay here. So I'm going to be marking my neckline on it before I'll go ahead and transfer it on on the pattern. So here I marked 9 inch. You can use 9 inch or 8 inch for your deep neck depth. This is for the front, remember, don't forget. So here, so you can see I use 3.5 extension. So that is what you see me doing here. I'm trying to mark the whole everything I did on the front. I want to do it here. So I have my 3 inch of width. Remember, go ahead and add extra 1. So on fold I have about 4.5 on fold here, or 4 inch on fold. You can see I have extra 1 inch left after I marked out my 3 inch from neckline. So you can see, okay, so this is the extension. You can see I've marked out my 3 inches neck width, and 3.5 neck extension. So from the neckline, remember we are going to measure your neck depth, okay, which I use 9. So from the extension above, I came in by 2 inches. So I came in by 2 inches. Then you are going to connect it like so, from that extension down to your neck depth. You can see how I connected the V line. So after that, I'll go and make it a little bit curved. I don't want it to be more of a straight line. If you want to leave yours straight, you can go ahead and do that. So you can see. So after that, then I will mark 1 inch. So this is a facing. It's actually kind of cutting a facing. I'm just cutting out a facing, okay. So I'll be using that facing to achieve the neckline. So this is just a facing. So from here, remember the extension from the neck depth. You're going to determine your desired from the neckline or shoulder line. You're going to determine your desired neck depth. I use 9. So the upper one is the extension. So this is how I cut it out. I hope this is clear. Okay, so this is it. So you can see the neckline as I have formed the neckline. So this is how it's going to be by the time you are done sewing. So this is how it's going to be. So you can, what I did here, you can just go ahead and do it on your pattern paper. Then after that, you go ahead and cut out your facing, or you just add your facing or iron your facing on it. So this is how it's going to be. You can just do the same thing I did, or you just go ahead and do exactly what I did, or you can mark it on your pattern, okay. So if you want to use bust side darts, so this is it. We're going to mark out the difference between your front bodies and your back bodies. So you're going to do it, then you connect it to your bust points. So I hope that is clear. We all know how to do this. So this is it. So here now we're about to cut out or draft the front. So you can see what I did here. You can see. So by the time I'll iron this on my pattern, this is how it's going to be. So this is the neckline. So this is how it's going to be. So you can see me tracing it. You can see it's just the same thing I did. You can see you can actually do it and cut it out if that's what you want. So you can just go ahead and cut this out, okay. So now, okay, so you can see now I'll set this aside. So this is for the side darts. You can see my side darts. So this is it, in case you want to use a side darts for it as well. So if you don't want, it's optional. So this is for the back. I've already marked out my basic bodies. So I'm using 1 inch for the neck depth of the back. So I use 1 inch. So this is it. I'm going to connect it. Remember, this is my zipper allowance. Don't forget to add your zipper allowance. So this is my zipper allowance. You can see everything is already there. I'll just mark out from my shoulder to bust point like so. This is my bust point. Then I'll connect it. So this is for the bust point like so. So this is where my dart is going to stop. So after that, I'll label them: bust point, the underbust, the waist, then the blouse length. Then from here, from the zipper, from the mid center part, apart from the zipper, I'll go ahead and mark my nipple to nipple. You all know how to do this, I believe by now. So after marking out your nipple to nipple measurement, you go ahead and connect. So we're going to form our dart from the waist measurement, okay. You go ahead and mark 1/2 inch. So from here, I'm going to get my shoulder extension first, my armhole extension, okay. So after that, the next you are going to do is to mark 1/2 inch on both sides all the way to the blouse length. Then you connect from the waistline. So you can see this is my 1/2 inch on both sides. Then I'll connect it into my bust point. You can see. So after that, from the bust point, I'm going to connect it to my armhole, to the midpoint of my armhole. Then I also connect it to the 1 inch extension. You can see my 1 inch extension. After that, I will redraw or remark my new armhole, okay. So we are going to cut this part out. Then from the down part, now I will go up by 1 inch. Remember, the difference between my front and the back is 1 inch. So you can see I went up by 1 inch. Then from that 1 inch, I will go up by 1.5 for the side. then I'll connect it like so. So here I'm trying to mark out all my body circumference, so don't forget all your dart intake. So I'm going to mark, then I added my dart intake and my sewing allowance. So just go ahead and do the normal, so you can see. Then I'll go ahead and add that intake and my sewing allowance. So after that, I'll go ahead and connect. Then the hip, I'll do my hip divided by 4, my hip circumference divided by 4. Then add 1 inch for your dart intake and your sewing allowance. Don't forget that. So after that, you connect. Then you also blend the 1 inch you went up by into the midpoint of your blouse length. Okay, so you can see this is what I have. I'm trying to make sure everything is equal. So you can see, just go ahead and connect it. Remember, from your blouse length at the back, remember to come up by your difference between the back and front. If it's 1 inch or 1.5, don't forget to come up by it. Okay, so now you can see. So I want to eliminate our zipper bulge, so I'm going to mark half inch in. So I'll just go ahead and blend it this way. I'll go ahead and blend it from the waistline. You can see the way I did it to eliminate the zipper bulge at the back. So just go ahead and cut it out. So we are cutting out our pattern. So this is my dart. So I'm trying to cut out the dart. So after that, the next we are going to do, okay, so we're going to transfer them on our fabric now. So this is what I have here. Remember to cut on fold. When you are cutting your fabric, remember to cut it on fold. You can see when I open it, this is how it's going to look like. In case if you're working with a fabric you don't want to line, but I'll be using lining. So if you're working on a fabric you are not going to line, this will serve as facing for you, so that you'll be able to turn it. But if you are using lining, just go ahead and cut out your lining piece. You can see. So here I'll be cutting. So you can see this is why I'm cutting it out, so that you people understand what I'm doing. So just go ahead and cut it out if that's what you want. If you don't want to cut it out, you go ahead and cut out on fold. So after cutting it out on fold, then you're going to place your facing. You can see I'm trying to show you how it's going to come out by the time we are done. So this is where the case of zipper allowance, by the time you join it shoulder to shoulder measurement without adding that zipper allowance in the front, is going to affect the built up neckline. It will not reach. Remember, we are using zipper. You can see. So after adding the zipper allowance, you can see to be able to get up to that zipper for the back. I don't know how to explain this better. I hope you guys understand. So I'm extending it by the zipper allowance I added at the back. That is what I extended. You can see. So now by the time I fold it, it will get to the zipper. Remember, we are using zip. You can see it has gotten to the zipper. It stopped at the middle point, center front. You can see. So it didn't reach to the back. I have to join it. So remember, that is why I told you when we were cutting the front, after the 3.5 extension, go ahead and add extra 1 inch for your zipper allowance, or depending on your zipper allowance. So now you can see I've cut out all these on my fabric. So I'm using a local weaving fabric. So this is locally weaving. So you can see the material fares a lot. So I've cut out my lining. So these are my lining. So this is how I've cut it out. You can see. So this is my front. This is the center front with the extension. You can see my center front. So now this is my lining. Have you seen the way I iron this on my lining? So now I hope it's making clearer what I was explaining earlier. So I use lining to get the middle point. So what I'm going to do is to place it. You can see I place the lining on the front part of my fabric. I'll go ahead and pin it. So make sure you arrange it properly. Make sure everything is well aligned. The center front of the lining should align very well with the center front or middle point of the fabric. You can see. Then you go ahead and sew it. After sewing it, you go ahead and open it up. Then you notch and turn it over. Okay, it's very simple. You can do this if you like. You can cut it straight. You can cut your V, or you can follow this process I'm doing right now. So you can see here, after joining the shoulder, I still have excess. So I still have excess. You can see I'll just go ahead and trim that part off. This excess I have here, so I'll just go ahead and trim it off. I want to fold them, the two fronts, shoulder to shoulder. For the front part is going to be wider than the back, so I'm trying to eliminate it. So I'll just go ahead and cut it a little bit. You can see, then we are good to go. Then we open it up like so. So after that, I'll just go straight to my sewing machine and we'll continue our work from there. So here I'm on my sewing machine now, you can see. So I'll just go ahead and sew. You can see the way I'm sewing it, you can see. So after sewing it, you're going to cut it out, leaving like half inch. See, I'm leaving half inch of allowance. So I'm going to cut it like so. Then make sure you notch deep your V. You're going to notch it, take your time. Then you cut out here, leaving half inch of allowance as well. So after this now, then you're going to notch it all around. So after your notch, you go ahead and turn it. Then you can see that your built-up neckline has formed. So this is how to achieve that. If you want a wider collar, then you don't have to reduce, then you have to add it. Okay, you can see I use 1 inch. My collar is just 1 inch. So if you want your collar to be more wider, so during the time you are cutting your V neckline, so you can just use, like, instead of going in by 2 inches, you can just use like 1.5, so that your collar will be a little bit big. Okay, so this is it. You can see how it has formed. So now I'm done sewing. So I've joined the shoulder measurements, so for shoulder to shoulder. So for you to join your shoulder to shoulder, you can see, so I want to show you how I achieve that. So this material is locally woven, so it flares a lot. The flaring can reduce your measurement, your normal measurements. So this is it. So here you can see I'm trying to pin it shoulder to shoulder. We are going to shoulder, the front, both the front and back. So after pinning it shoulder to shoulder, so this is it. So you can see this is the zipper line. I'm done turning out the zipper line, you can see. So what you are going to do, you're also going to do the same thing with the lining. So this is the lining. I'm pinning the lining as well. So you're going to do it separate. You can see I'm pinning the lining of the front to the lining of the back. So the same thing you did on your fabric, your main fabric, is the same thing you're going to do on the lining. Okay, so you can see. So I'm pinning it. So the same thing you are going to pin. So after pinning, you sew it, you follow the direction and sew it. So this is it. So I pinned shoulder to shoulder lining separately. I also do the same thing on the main fabric. So this is it. So you can see here. So you are going to hold it together, then you close it. So this is the zipper. This is the zipper allowance. You are going to sew. Then after sewing it, then you turn. So let me use pin and pinning so that I will show you guys how it will look like by the time you turn it to the right side. So you can see the knit finish. See, I actually use pins, so I've popped it up. So by the time you stitch, it is going to be, so you can see the neckline. You can see the inside is well finished. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is the outside. You can see this is the pin. I've not run a stitch yet, I just pinned it. So I'm trying to show you, you can see. So I've done the other side. So by the time you are done, you see that this is how it's going to look like. This is the zipper side, so this is the front. So I hope this is clear. Please, you can go back to the video and rewatch so that you understand it. It's very simple. So after that, you just go ahead and finish the rest of your sewing, then your top is ready. Here to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, like and share. Okay, so maybe next time I'm going to do a more detailed video on it using a fabric that does not flare. Bye.